Hi, this is Dave DeBerardinis. Last week we spoke about metabolism, and if you have not had a chance to review that, you can find the video on ZipSlim, one word, ZipSlim Joy, and check that out because most people think if I just put less food in my body, I should be dropping weight. But the problem is we're not getting enough food. Okay, and if you're not getting enough food, your body goes into survival mode, and when it's survival mode, and your body has learned this after literally millions of years in your family tree, it will not give up the fats. It'll cannibalize and eat your muscle first before it gives up the fats. So if you hadn't seen that video, take a look at that. But what I want to talk about today, I had a great talk the other day with another man who was looking to lose some weight. And this works for men or women. And when you find a set point, your body necessarily finds a point where it does not want to give up the fats. It finds a point that it's not changing. You guys have probably experienced it. You lost some weight, maybe a little, maybe a lot, but then you hit this point, it seems like no matter what you do, right? So I want to chat about a couple things today, and one of them is really called the Zig Zag Diet. And it's a way to really throw your metabolism off its normal schedule, off its set point, off its survival point, if you will, to start getting you a new result, okay? So let's see if we can't open up a share screen here. Let's go see what we got. Here we go. And so let's start this. Cool. So this is called the Zig Zag Diet. It's really all about calorie cycling. And so here's what I mean. You're going to have on a 3-day, 1 day Zig Zag diet. You're going to go 3 days with a lower caloric intake. And then on that fourth day, I want you to bump it up even higher than what your body normally needs to maintain its weight. When you do this, your body cannot get locked into that set point, to that, geez, I can't lose this last 10 pounds, you might have said, or 20 pounds, or whatever it is, right? It gets to that point, it seems like no matter what you do, you can't change it. So the Zig Zag Diet is fabulous. And if you go through this 3 or 4 rounds of the Zig Zag Diet, you'll start noticing that you're dropping weight, and you're going to be dropping fat because your body's going to have to dig into those fat reserves. But this is really effective. So check this out, the 3-1 Zig Zag Diet. Number one, first step is to find what your caloric needs are to maintain your current weight, right? Your actual weight. And this is where most people are not eating enough. And so basically you are in survival mode. Okay. And when you're in survival mode, again, your body will not give up the fats. It'll cannibalize your muscle, but it won't get up the fats. And that's why after you lose some weight and you end up putting it back on, you always put on an extra couple pounds. Have you noticed that? And those extra couple pounds is you have less muscle. Because the last crazy diet you did, we've all done them, it was actually cannibalizing your muscle, but it wasn't giving up the fats because your body learned after millions of years, don't give up the fats. We don't know the next time we're going to eat, right? So the first step is to find out what your caloric needs are. Okay, so let's take a look. I just did a quick Google search and came up with this calculator, .net calorie calculator. So let's change the share. Okay. So now we're looking at this website that I found, okay? And we're going to plug in some numbers. So let's say you're 50 years old, and we're going to pick on the female, 5'6". Let's say you weigh 155 pounds and you're doing light exercise. Maybe you're walking once or 3 times a week, that kind of thing. How much actual calories do you need? Now check this out. This is nuts. And I know a lot of you are going to go, that's bull, right? But it's not. Take a look. To maintain your weight, you need 1,900 calories a day. Now, most of you are probably down at 1,200, right? Which puts you way down below some extreme weight loss area. And the actual extreme would be 900. Guys, you don't want to go that low. Your body's in survival. That's why you're adding fats. You're getting mushier, you're getting softer, and it's eating your muscle. Let's clear the drawings and let's go down. Let's just plug in. That's actually pretty good. What do we say, 900? Nah, I want to change that a little bit. Let's say you weigh 150, female, light exercise. 1,800 calories a day. Okay. So here's why I wanted to show you that. Number one, if you're not getting the calories in, your body goes into survival. Okay. Now, so that's to keep you maintain your weight. Here's how you play this with a zigzag diet. Okay. So let's go back to our other share here. And we'll start right here, right? So number one, a 3-1 zigzag diet. That's 3 days, 1 day. So 3 days, 3 days low, 1 day high calories. So day one would be take that calorie, which we just saw. We'll show you an example here in a minute. And you want to go 500 calories below that. Day two, do the same thing. Keep it 500 calories below. Day three, same thing, 500 below. Here's what makes it work on day four. I want you to go 500 calories high. Not higher than day 1, 2, and 3, higher than what your body needs. So if we were at 1,800, I want you at 2,300 now for that day. Seems kind of crazy, but it works because it throws your body's metabolism off, and your metabolism has to start thinking for itself. Day 5, you go back to that day 1. So you have 3 days low, 1 day high, 3 days low, 1 day high. I would do this 3 or 4 times in a row. You're going to start seeing results. Okay. Here's an example. And we just showed you on that other page. I think it was 1,811 calories. So this will be a pretty good one. So if your calories in this example were 1,800 to maintain your weight, and everybody's different. Day 1 would be 500 calories less, or 1,300. Day 2 would be 1,300. Day 3 would be 13. Now on day 4, we're going to add 500 to that 1,800 and come to 2,300. Okay. So this is where this thing works. It throws your body's metabolism. So let's go on to success tips here. We'll wrap this thing up. Number one, you got to make sure that you're eating enough. Most of you are not. You want to make sure you're eating often enough. If you're feeling hungry, you've waited too long. Your body's not saying, okay, I need to eat. Your body's saying, we just shut down. We're now in survival mode. You waited too long. You should have eaten 30 minutes sooner. You might say, well, how do I go back in time? You don't. You eat every 3 or so hours. It can be a small snack. It can be 5, 6, 7 walnuts with a little bit of cottage cheese. It could be a carrot. It could be, you want to keep that moving in your body. Okay. So you don't want to have long periods where your body starts shutting down. Okay. So make sure you're eating enough. You want to move your body, not just cardio. Cardio is great. You want to move your body. It's important. More important is lifting weights, especially for you women. You don't have the testosterone levels to build bunchy muscles, but you want to develop the muscles because that's what's actually metabolizing and burning your fats. And if you have the less muscle you have, the fatter you're going to get because you're not getting enough food and you're in shutdown mode. Okay. So you want to move your body, but more importantly, add lean muscle. And you can do that with just your body weight. You can do push-ups. You can do abbreviated ones where if you can't do what they call a man's push-up, have your knees on the floor, push as far as you can. Do that 10 times. At a commercial on TV, do squats. Stand up and sit back down where you're sitting on the chair. Back up, do 10 of those, 15 of those, 20 of those. So if you did that every commercial, did a different exercise, at the end of a half-hour show, you'd have a pretty good little workout going and you'd be developing more lean muscle mass. So you can do it without going into a gym, okay? Keep your water uptake up to remove more toxins and lower weight faster. When you start losing weight, those toxins that are in the fats, they start coming out, and some people feel a little feverish. They feel like they're not getting in, they feel a little under the weather. They go, oh, I won't do this. I need to go back and eat regular food again. Stay with it, drink your water, get those toxins. As you're losing weight, you need to get those toxins out of there. And you'll feel better faster and you'll lose weight faster, okay? So that's what I wanted to share with you guys today. Let's stop that. So how to break the set point. First, know what your level is, how much your body actually needs. Don't be afraid of that chart. It's accurate. When I was doing P90X, which was a pretty intense workout, I was told I needed 3,300 calories a day. My mind just about exploded. But when I was eating that much and doing these workouts, I was losing weight. I was getting leaner. So it's not about not eating food to lose weight. It's about make sure you're edifying your body with what it needs in that 3-day, 1-day zigzag. Will make a big impact because your body won't be able to stay at its set point, its survival point. It's going to have to figure out something new. And part of that includes burning more fats and dropping the weight. So I hope you found this useful today on the Zigzag Diet. This is Dave DeBerardinis. Have a fabulous rest of your day. You absolutely deserve it. Bye for now.